Everyone in the comments was arguing about her body, but nobody actually understood the real definition of obesity. We're going to get into it on today's episode. Grab your coffee and let's go.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, well.
See what kind of buttons get pushed.
Well, you're already coming in just wanting to push buttons?
I didn't
or
say.
do you want to have a good conversation about
conversation.
something?
I didn't say I'm going to push buttons. I said buttons might get pushed. There's a difference. People feel some type of way when you bring this word up.
I know. We're definitely going to get into this. But welcome back to Candidly with Coffee, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning into our show. If you're not already following us on Instagram, follow us there, candidly_with coffee, and rate us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. But let's get into it. What are you up to? How are you feeling these days?
I'm good. That's
You're
how I'm
good?
feeling. Yep.
Yeah, you're feeling
Excellent.
good? It's summertime almost.
Yeah, it's hot. That good, good time of the year. I like the warm summer nights. It's just more like motivating, more energy to go to the gym, work out. It's a different kind of energy.
I don't know what it is for me. Like whether the sun is out or not has a big impact on my mood.
100%. I know some people like the gloomy weather and doomy weather. Like that. That's probably because that's the way your mood feels. I hate it.
I only like the doom and gloom weather when I'm planning to be a couch potato that day.
I prefer that in the winter. Not this time of year.
No.
Because we live in Orange County and it brings in that damn fog in the morning kind of gloomy.
It's called May gray.
Yeah.
And then it'll be, now it's June gloom. It's June already, but it'll be June gloom.
Yeah. So we got to go through that for a little bit.
But then we do go through that, but it burns off by 11.
Yeah.
And then somehow in July, it's in the mornings, it's blue skies already. And then we get that beautiful blue sky morning all through the winter.
That's true.
All the way through the winter. It doesn't get the May gray literally until May.
Our summer is
long.
It's not a typical summer.
Long.
It's actually better weather in the fall.
Yeah, but even though the weather is good, it still doesn't have the summer vibe.
No, of course not.
Unless it's summer.
No.
Except, I have to say, it was the ultimate gift for my 50th birthday. Not only was the weather good for my birthday in January, but the summer vibe was alive. The pool had not a single lounge chair available.
Packed. And it was 80 or more. Unreal. Your cousin came down and she was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
January. This should be raining.
It's crazy.
The other side of the country was freezing to death.
I know. I've never had a birthday like that ever in my life, I don't think.
We always had to chase the sun elsewhere, go to Miami or something.
We haven't even really had that kind of weather yet since. 80s. One day I think maybe it was 80, but it was 80s all weekend. It was the whole weekend was 80s.
Yeah. It was just nice. Cracking for January.
It's not, you know what's nice about the summer being here? Being summer ready.
That's true. Not getting ready, but we're already ready.
Yeah, I didn't feel summer ready last year. I wasn't.
Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready.
Yeah, I never want to have to get summer ready again.
And now people are panicking, trying to get summer if you're not ready yet, you're not going to.
No, now I just head down and let's focus on 2027.
That's all you can do. That's what you got to look at. If you're not ready for summer now, then focus on next year.
Yeah, but it's crazy what just doing the right thing, just having switching up your habits, you'll feel a lot better real quick. You may not be your dream body or blah, 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 whatever, but you'll feel a lot better real quick.
Oh, yeah. Fast.
You just feel better.
Yeah, you start locking in and eating right and really tracking what you're eating and paying attention. Your body all of a sudden.
People will report better energy, better sleep, feel stronger, pretty much almost immediately.
I mean, food is your energy source. You just got to make it work for you, not against you. That's the problem. If people aren't making it work for them. It's working against them because they're not eating the right amounts of protein and balancing all their macros out.
It makes a huge difference.
Yeah. And they're under eating a lot of times. People are trying to undereat to lose weight. You can't do that. Can't force it.
You can't do it when it's not right.
No.
You know what I mean? It has to be strategic. At some point to lose weight, you have to undereat. But,
of course.
But you can't do that all the time because this is the problem. Everyone's goal is always just weight loss.
Always.
It's just always weight loss, weight loss, weight loss. So they're always trying to undereat. So too much of that, and it's not effective.
Yeah, you're better off going on a build, get strong, put some muscle.
Yeah. So you're better off, I don't know, not always trying to lose weight. Losing weight should just be a once in a while once a year, you go into a cut.
That's it. Stop trying to do it for too long. That's a lot of people that are chronic dieters. They do it for too long.
Yeah. Well, I was guilty. I'm so guilty. I never did anything else but always trying to lose weight.
Yeah.
I was perpetually just, because in my mind, if I'm not as lean as I want to be, then the action is weight loss because I'm not as lean as I want to be. So obviously, if I'm not lean enough, I have to lose weight. The problem is that doesn't work. There's not just one path to getting the body that you want. It's not just weight loss.
Nope. You got to go through different phases.
Yeah.
You just got to know which phase to go through.
That's literally why I created phases, because most people, and especially my clientele, they have no concept of that. Of what? You mean I just want to lose weight? Like, what do you mean I can't lose weight yet or whatever? That's exactly why our coaching program is the Elite Phases system, and it's become very popular because it's putting clients through phases that they never would have thought they needed to do in order to get to the end result that they want.
Yeah, I mean, if they do that, they'll get into their dream body. Not, I got skinny and lost the weight on scale and I hate my body still. I look skinny fat. Yeah. There's a lot of that going on.
I've had that many times. I've had situations where I've lost weight and then I looked in the mirror and I'm like, but this is not what I want. And I'm talking about years ago, right? So then I would just tell myself, it's probably just not possible for me.
That's what everybody tells themselves.
Yeah.
They have that mental block in their head, like it's just not possible. And when people say that's like, so you mean to tell me, you're telling me right here to my face or on social media that it's impossible for you to lose body fat and weight? But we can send people to the moon? I'm just saying, like, you make it too much. You give it way too much power.
I know.
I get it. We can't fly. We're not Superman. That is impossible.
Yeah.
But weight loss, build muscle, and shred down and have your dream body? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's very possible. 100%. I can guarantee it 100%. If you follow it to a T, you follow our process to a T, you'll have results. Yeah. Anybody. It's not special genetics. You don't have any special genetics.
No.
Nor do I.
No.
The genetics that's special is in our brain. It's our work ethic.
Yeah.
It's our drive. That's what's special.
If you need help with your journey and you want to see what the Elite Phases system might do for you, it is a unique system of 5 phases where I strategically, or our coaching team, all of us strategically put you in and out of phases in order to reach your goal. It's not about just a number on the scale. It is about utilizing where you are at, your current metabolism, your current body, and getting you to where you want to be. Then scan the QR code up on the screen, schedule into a free consultation call, which will be with my daughter, by the way. She's a NASM certified trainer and a coach on our team. And the call will be with her. She will take a look at your application and let you know how our unique program will be a fit for you. So if you're interested in that, scan that QR code and we'd love to have you part of the team. So let's get into your boy's post. This is someone that you know personally.
Yes, I do. My boy Brad.
And you knew right away when he posted this, you're like, oh man.
I did.
The internet's about to come for my boy.
I put a comment on his page. I go, this is going to be a hot button right here.
Yeah. So what we want to, first we're going to put the post up for you guys. So watch this post.
That's because it is. And that's just me being bluntly, brutally honest. Is she morbidly obese? Absolutely not. But these videos are a real big trend. And listen, if anyone thinks the BMI is pretty outdated, it's me. The BMI, based off my weight and body fat, says I'm super overweight because it doesn't take into account muscle. But at her size, she is a little bit obese. That's the truth. And I don't say that to be degrading or rude. I think it's important that we have accountability. And some of you might think, well, she's just overweight. Whatever you want to call it. Technically, she is obese. Morbidly obese? Absolutely not. We know what that looks like. But I think we also need to have a level of realism here and get honest with ourselves and stop doing these videos looking for attention to validate the fact that we're not in our healthiest shape. She's not. I'm not saying she's morbidly obese or that she's super, super unhealthy, but she's certainly not healthy and she is technically obese. Let's call a spade a spade. This is going to give me some shit, but that's the truth.
All right. So leave me your thoughts. Like, what are your thoughts based on that post? Like, when you saw it, give me your feedback before we get into it.
Well, when I saw the post and I saw what she put as far as like body fat percentage, I go, she's way off. And that's where a lot of people are at. They're way off. Did she put a body fat percentage? I believe she put between 25 and 30%.
I think that was a comment. Someone commented.
Oh.
Yeah. But she said this is, everyone just watched it. So she said this is obesity, and he said, yeah, it is. But she was trying to say it like, can you believe her? She was trying to say like, can you believe my body is considered obese? And he was just kind of like, yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Because it is. And there was, a lot of people in the comments. That video got 1.5 million views.
Because there's a difference, okay, from obesity to morbidly obese. And I think a lot of people have in their head like obesity, you have to be morbidly obese, which is furthest from the truth.
Well, the problem is the way they measure it is not correct. So do I believe based on, a few factors, because I think that the problem is people look at one factor to determine if someone's obese. It's not just the weight on the scale. It's not their BMI, because BMI is just height and weight divided by each other, right? That gets your BMI. And that will tell you if you're obese. That they have a chart, if you're over a certain number, meaning if you are a certain weight for your height, you're obese, which is totally outdated. It wasn't really meant as like a health marker. I think it was created like hundreds of years ago or something like that. And it was like a population measurement tool. So it's outdated, but because obesity should be determined by like multiple things, right? So like, because BMI doesn't factor in lean mass at all. So you could have someone like you who's a ton of lean mass, but you're not that tall. So you weigh a lot. And you would probably be considered probably not obese, but close to obese.
That's crazy.
On the BMI. Just because you have, maybe not now, but maybe 10 pounds ago.
Maybe if I was like a 200-pound muscular dude at this height, that'd be considered overweight.
So we get that. I get that. But what really it boils down to is the things you should look at, right? And to determine if you're obese. And obese, what does it mean? It just means you are not a healthy, like, what should I say? It's like, it's because it's not just weight. You're just not a healthy, I don't know. How would you call it? Like obese, how would define obese? Because the definition of obese now is just if your BMI is over a certain number. That's not accurate.
Yeah.
So obese just means you're probably not a healthy weight, right?
Not a healthy weight.
Not a healthy body composition.
You could be under muscle, carrying a lot, too much body fat.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to be like super, like 170-pound woman can be considered obese depending on her height.
Yeah.
Because the amount of body fat that she's carrying for that weight.
Right.
But if she's like, let's switch it around. If she's like 130 pounds of LBM or 140 pounds and she weighs 170, it's a different topic now.
Yeah.
She might be all muscle and lean at 170. You know,
right.
You have to look at that.
Right.
She might be a muscular chick.
So that's why there's other things you can look at to determine like, how am I looking? Because I also I've had clients that they're like, what's a healthy body fat percentage for me? And if there's someone that carries a lot of body fat in their midsection and up, like midsection, back, shoulders, face, they have to go lower in body fat percentage to be on the healthier side. But if I've got a client who's really bottom heavy and lean up top, they can carry in a healthy way more body fat on their bodies.
Yeah.
Because the true impact of body fat, or one of the major impacts of body fat, is the way it accumulates in the organs.
Facts.
So how do they determine that? A better thing than BMI is like your waist to height ratio. You want to keep your waist under half your height. That is a good marker.
Oh.
So is your waist less than half your height? So if you are 5 feet tall, that's 60 inches.
That's correct.
Your waist should be under 30 inches.
Wow. You just taught me something new.
Mm-hmm. That's a very good marker of are you carrying excess body weight in your abdomen that's impacting your health? Because if it's in your abdomen, it's in and around your organs.
That's the stuff that's going to get you that you cannot see. Yes, we could tell by the way you look by your exterior, but if we could see how you look on your exterior and you look a little bit like somewhere you're overweight, or if you're overweight, the stuff we can't see on the inside, that's probably the stuff you got to be more concerned about.
For sure.
And of course, taking your blood pressure, things like that.
Yeah. So I think BMI sucks. That's just that factor. Like, take that out of the equation. I think looking at body fat percentage, but here's the kicker. body fat percentage from a decent method, because people do all these random, the InBody at the gym, and even your scale at home. I mean, it's a good like general measurement.
Yes.
But it's not like the most accurate, but you'll have a good idea, right? If you are tracking trends. So don't get fixated on the percentage on the scales at home, but track trends. Like, is that percentage going down, even if you might not actually be that percentage? What I know of when it comes to body fat is people grossly underestimate how much body fat they think they are.
By far.
They and then it's like almost a kick in the stomach.
We used to have, I don't know if you've seen it, a 24-hour, when you were a member at that gym, but we used to have this one, and I knew it was hokey pokey. You stand there, and there was a machine you hold like this, and it reads out your body fat.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, because it doesn't account for how much water, food you've eaten throughout the day. So the next best thing is we use the skin caliper test.
Yeah, that is subjective too, because some people, you don't do it accurately.
No, you don't. So
some of the comments on this post, someone wrote, Chris W 8881 wrote, "I love your content, but dude, you are on crack. She looks like a healthy woman with a healthy 25 to 30% body fat." She probably was pushing 45% body fat.
That's what I'm saying. People.
So that's what I mean by people are not. They don't understand. I can usually, because I've been doing this for a very long time. I don't need my clients to step on an InBody. I can just look at their bodies and I can gauge and get pretty close on what their body fat percentage is. Most people think they're about 25%. At the end of my build in November, I think I was 27% body fat. People would have probably said I was like 23, 20.
Or 20.
27.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm probably 20 now. People probably look at me right now and think, oh, you must be like 15% body fat. I don't know exactly, but I'm probably maybe high teens, but probably about 20%.
Yeah. People don't they don't know.
No. So if I was 27% at the end of my build, like that's this guy, what he's saying was 25 to 30. No, that was me. In November. It's just they have the number skewed.
They do.
If you're overweight, like significantly overweight, unless you are extremely muscular, you're looking at like, 35, 40% is pretty common. Pretty common. I had a client one time that it just derailed her to the point of like it crippled her to know that she was 50% body fat. I'm like, who cares? It's just body fat.
So what?
I mean, if you're 100 pounds overweight and you've got 100 pounds of body fat to lose, and you're 200 pounds or 250 pounds, yeah, that's about 50% body fat because you've got, a lot of body fat to lose.
Got to lose it. It's funny when people get like that, like their expectancy is like, so much lower.
Who cares what the number is? You still woke up in the same body that you had before you knew that number. So who really cares what the number is? Why is you have the same body that you had this morning before you found out that percentage? So just work, you have weight to lose. So who cares what the number is right now? Let's just focus on losing the weight.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it will like derail them. So I had another comment on that post said, another person, Connie Koch 86, Americans are so used to seeing overweight bodies that they think obese only means my 600-pound life.
Yes.
BMI is accurate in her case. BMI stops being accurate when muscle comprises greater than 40% of your body mass. I don't know if that's accurate, that statement, that BMI is an accurate with that caveat. However, I agree with the statement of people think obese means my 600-pound life.
That's morbidly.
Yeah.
That should be like morbidly plus obese. Like that's a whole nother level of like you're walking on eggshells and anything is about to snap and go. That's danger zone.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, think about us. Just like we're out and about, just doing our daily errands, Costco, and how many obese people we see on a daily, or just even around here walking around. Most people in society are walking around obese. They just don't realize it.
Right.
Just because you're not 600 pounds, like you said, doesn't mean you're not obese. You don't have to be 600 pounds. That's a different kind of obese. That's morbidly.
Yeah, it's a different, it's at the high end.
There's levels.
Right.
Yeah.
There's like charts and levels.
Exactly.
So let's see. Mike Phillips 7998 says 99.9% of women don't have enough muscle mass to make BMI inaccurate. Probably the same for about 50% of men. So he's arguing that BMI is accurate unless you're super muscular. I guess he's probably right unless you're like have a lot of muscle mass. It's not that it's like extremely accurate data to the dollar kind of thing, but it is a good general idea.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's what I mean. Most people walking around under-muscled.
Now, this person said, deadlift delusions. Hi, Brad. Thanks for throwing light on this toxic body positivity mindset. As a woman who spent a major part of her 20s obese and overweight, suffering from health issues, now as an aspiring coach at a healthy body fat, I can confidently say this. Most of my health issues disappeared when my body fat percentage improved. Body positivity is important for emotional well-being, but body fat percentage is a marker of physical health. The two are related, not identical. Romanticizing obesity in the name of positivity is a toxic positivity. I agree very much with
That's
this
very
comment.
good the way she put it down.
Health should not be viewed through physiology, or health should be viewed through physiology, not emotional validation. She needed for the mindset as well as the high obesity percentage here. So it's not to say that that's not an attractive physique to some people.
True.
Some people like that. And if that's what you like, great. But if we're talking about whether or not it's considered healthy, that is a different question. Because what people like, they might like themselves larger, they might feel comfortable, whatever. But the question is it healthy, right?
Big facts.
It's crazy because this topic is
Told you.
a hot button.
Controversial.
So let's define what the official definition of obese versus morbidly obese. Obese, a BMI of 30 or higher. Clinicians split this into three classes. Class 1 is 30 to 34.9. Class 2 is 35 to 39.9. Class 3 is 40 and above. Listen, if you're calculating, your BMI is calculating at either class 2 or class 3, and you don't have, and you know you don't have, you're not a bodybuilder, then it's a problem. It's an unhealthy BMI.
Yeah.
Even if it's not the most accurate measurement. And if then you're thinking, well, I don't know, is it accurate? Well, measure your waist. Is it more than half your height?
True.
Then that's another indicator. Okay, here's another thing that's saying, yeah, this is a problem.
And let's be honest, man. Let's keep it real. You don't feel good in that body. We've both been overweight. You know you don't feel good. You just don't feel good. I would be sitting there, remember? I'd be eating with you and I'd be sweating for no reason. What's that telling you? My body's like working extra hard for whatever reason, just sweating, just sitting there. That's not good. That's not a good sign.
No, it's not.
So that right there, you know you don't feel good. So stop pretending like you feel good.
I was obese. I don't know if it would classified as morbidly obese. I would say my waist measurement was definitely more than 35.
Oh, your highest?
It was probably in the upper 30s because I did carry a lot in my stomach. Because even after I had lost the weight, I still had quite a bit of fat in the midsection, and my waist was like 32 inches. And I was like maybe 130 pounds with 32-inch waist. So I was definitely, and ironically, we drove down an old street in my hometown yesterday. And I told you, this is the street that I walked off 100 pounds. Because I used to work on that street. And I would take my lunch break. I had an hour lunch. Instead of eating on my lunch, I walked 30 minutes up. I just timed it on my phone. And then when I was 30 minutes down the road, I would turn around and I would walk 30 minutes in the other direction. And then I would eat at my desk. And you know what's interesting is over time, I got further in the 30 minutes.
Oh, the distance.
Yeah.
Because you're lighter. You're moving your body.
Well, I started, my cardiovascular started improving.
Yeah, that too.
It was hard at first. And it's hot in that town. It was Morgan Hill, California.
Oh, it cooks.
It was hot. And it was hard. It was hard for me just to walk.
So two things happened. Because you told me, I believe in the first month you dropped 17 pounds.
17 pounds.
So right there you got lighter. So you're carrying less weight. And two, your cardiovascular improved. Mm-hmm. So you're able to move faster.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Well, what's crazy is how you did it in that era without no tracking apps, no coach, no help from the internet, nothing. You just read an article in the back of a magazine,
I just knew I didn't feel good.
That's all you got to do. Do you feel good? You got to answer. Be honest with it. Do you feel good?
That's another question. So so if you're wanting to argue that BMI is not accurate, then then really take stock in how do you feel? Like, how do you really feel? Like, you have to be honest with yourself. Do you feel good? Like, like, are you in denial? Then you have to look at like your waist measurement. Are you carrying a lot of weight in your midsection? That is not a healthy place to carry your weight. The other thing I think you should look at is like, take a look at a year ago. Are you getting bigger? Go back 5 years. Are you getting bigger every year?
That's a good thing. That's a good indicator.
Yeah, because that's, like you could have someone that's just gaining a little bit of weight slowly over time, gaining 10 pounds a year. In 5 years, they're 50 pounds overweight. Now they're obese.
Yeah,
they're
just like that.
over 200 pounds. And that's not doing anything different.
Well, if you overeat, what is that, 500 calories over what you're eating every day over a 7-day period, that's 3,500 calories. You can put on a pound a week and it's 52 weeks.
Yep.
That means you gain 52 pounds in a year. It's that easy. It really is.
It's
alarming, and it's sad because it's not just adults are gaining weight at a rapid rate. I see kids these days. I believe kids, the last study I saw or data that I saw, 50% of kids that are 18 years old are considered overweight or obese. That didn't happen in our area growing up.
And you don't like it. You don't want it.
No.
You might convince yourself that you do, that you're okay with it because you feel like it's impossible to get on the other side. It's not possible for you. You might have tried and failed a lot of times. But you can't convince me that you deep down that you don't want it. That you're happy that way. I just don't think so. Because I know what it feels like. And everything is harder. Everything is harder. It's harder to find clothes. It's harder you don't sleep as good when you're heavy.
No.
You don't, you don't feel good after you eat meals because you're overeating or you're not on point with your nutrition, so you feel bloated. Like, your baseline is garbage. It really is. The problem is you're so used to it that you don't realize that your baseline is crap. You'll only realize it when you clean it up and go back and go, oh my God, how did I live that way? How did I do that? It was hard to walk up the stairs. I remember I'd get out of breath. I lived on the 3rd floor apartment.
Yeah, it's been done.
And I had to carry Tyler's carrier up 3 flights of stairs.
Man.
At 200 pounds. I was sweating. I remember my upper lip sweating.
Yeah.
But I remember being out of breath and my arm killing me. Like, with the carrier and my work bag, walking up the stairs. Because I remember it was difficult, and I would kind of like almost wanted to cry sometimes because my carport was kind of far away from my apartment. And so I was by myself coming home. How was I going to get my baby in the car and all my bags out of the car without leaving my baby alone in the apartment?
Gotcha.
So it was a problem. So I had to park in the carport and lug a carrier with the baby in it and my work bag and all my stuff in one trip up 3 concrete flights of stairs.
Dangerous at that.
And
you
I was
slip and fall or something.
I think I fell once or twice.
Man.
Like a quick fall. But I remember like feeling like crying sometimes. Like, I was just so like overexerted.
I think a lot of people in the same those shoes that you used to be in, a lot of people are there right now. Mm-hmm. And they're just stuck and don't know. But you got to take action. If you don't take action, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
Nothing will change.
No.
So when was the moment that finally hit you like, I'm done. I'm done being her. I'm done in this body. I'm done. I'm going to do something about it.
Well, it was always on my mind. I just didn't know how to go about it. It was always on my mind. But it was listen, I've talked about it before, but it was the cliche New Year's resolution. I made a New Year's resolution. Robert bought me a stair stepper.
I remember those.
It was like a little compact stair
I remember
stepper.
those.
And I was kind of like, this is probably a hint. But I needed the nudge. It didn't bother me. I was like, shit, I need to do something. I need to get on this damn stair stepper. And it was a New Year's resolution. By my birthday, I had lost 17 pounds. My birthday was 28 days, 4 weeks.
Wow.
4 weeks, 17 pounds. It slowed down significantly after that. Like, obviously, I was probably eating way overeating. Kind of like some of your clients sometimes. Like, you put them on decent calories and
my men,
because they were way overeating before.
Yeah.
I was way overeating. And so, I lost 17 pounds in the first month. And you know, by my next birthday, by that very next birthday, I was, you know, 100 pounds lighter.
Shocked everybody.
Yeah. And I did, let me tell you this. I didn't share with people how unhappy I was. I didn't cry about it. I didn't complain. I'm so fat. It was all internal. So on the outside, people probably thought I was perfectly fine, happy with my new baby, you know. So there's people who are suffering. They're putting on a brave face because they don't know what else to do, but they're suffering in silence.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because they don't think it's possible. So, you know, call it what you want. Obese, a big waist to hip ratio, whatever all the measurements are. Listen, you know if you're overweight.
You know it.
Who cares what the term is for it? Who cares what the term is for it? My thing is really take stock in how you really feel deep inside and just figure out if you want to do something about it. And then, like you said, take action.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all you got to do.
All right, you guys. We'll see you on the next one.